On this edition of Insights on PBS Hawaii, call it genetically engineered, genetically modified, or biotechnology. How is the seed industry thriving in Hawaii, and why has it provoked such a passionate debate? We'll explore the issues at stake with experts in ag, science, and industry. Now live in our studio, our host, Dan Boylan.
Aloha. Welcome to Insights on PBS Hawaii. I'm Roberta Wong-Murray, sitting in for Dan Boylan, who has the night off. When we talk about diversified agriculture in Hawaii, we often think of coffee, macadamia nuts, and tropical flowers. But in recent years, one of the most viable and valuable crops has been seed corn. Despite its economic success, the seed industry has generated controversy due to environmental, cultural, and public health concerns. One of the biggest debates has been over the question of food labeling. Should genetically engineered food carry labels to inform consumers? Are there any health risks? Should these crops take up acreage on Hawaii's diminishing farmland? What about cross-contamination of traditional and organic crops and other environmental impacts? Whether or not you've taken sides in this debate, you probably have questions about the seed industry and the food it produces. As always, the video will also be posted online after tonight's program. Now, let's welcome our guests. Mark Phillipson is president of the Hawaii Crop Improvement Association, the nonprofit trade group for Hawaii's seed industry. He is also the Government and Industry Relations Manager for Syngenta Hawaii, one of the association's member companies with operations on Oahu and Kauai. Mark Ferguson is Chief Executive Officer and CFO of Down to Earth Natural Food Stores. He is also a Director and Vice President of the Hawaii Organic Farmers Association and serves on the advisory board of the Vegetarian Society of Hawaii. Mark is a founding member of Label It Hawaii, which advocates for GMO labeling. Richard Manshardt is a professor in the Horticulture Department of the University of Hawaii's College of Tropical Agriculture and Human Resources, or CTAR, where he teaches tropical fruit production and plant genetics. Dr. Manshardt was on the research team that developed the rainbow papaya in the 1990s, which is genetically engineered to resist disease. Hector Valenzuela is also a professor at CTAR. Dr. Valenzuela is a crop extension specialist who works with vegetable farmers around the state. Through his work, he supports small, organic, and family farmers and advocates sustainable agriculture practices. His perspective differs from Dr. Manshardt's on this issue. Welcome, gentlemen, this evening. Jake says, I have heard that non-GMO crops can be contaminated by neighboring GMO pollen, and as a result, the farmer with the now contaminated crop cannot use the resulting seeds to plant because he doesn't have permission to use the non-GMO seeds. Is that right?
Well,
doesn't have the permission to
use the now GMO seeds.
What we
I
observe,
think it has to do with the organic issue again.
what we observe in Canada, for example, is that there's trucks full of grain growing from the farm to the silo, and if some of those grains, by perchance, happen to fall to a neighbor's farm, if that farm is growing that GMO field, the seed company can come and claim that you are growing a GMO crop and sue you for using their variety, from breaking their patents. And this is what happened in Canada with Pershing Miser.
I think that one of the issues here is that the organic rules, as they're set up now, allow for contamination of an organically produced crop. If the grower's done everything he can do to produce a crop organically, if it's beyond his control and some of the pollen comes in from outside, he's still able to market that crop as organic. So that doesn't prevent the organic growers from marketing it as organic.
By the company for growing genetically modified crops on your farm if you were not authorized.
I very seriously doubt that that would ever happen in Hawaii.